Jason. I'm with Total HIPAA Compliance, and this is my weekly blog on the new HIPAA Omnibus ruling. Today I'm going to be talking about bringing your own device, or BYOD. That sounds like a fun party. Everyone's having a great time until that one person spikes the proverbial punch, and then it's all downhill from there. So, what do you have to take into account when deciding on whether to allow your employees to use their devices on your network? There are a lot of things to consider before you go to this party. The first and most important step is you're going to need to have your policies and procedures in place to deal with these devices. This isn't, hey, here's my Wi-Fi password, have fun kind of stuff. You have to take into account you're letting devices on your network that could potentially cause some serious security concerns, so this shouldn't be taken lightly. So what kind of things are you going to have to address in your policies and procedures? You need to clearly state what acceptable use is for the mobile device. This is the kind of apps they're allowed to run or not allowed, what websites shouldn't be accessed during business hours, if employees are allowed to use their devices to access company-owned resources like email, calendars, contacts, documents, etc. What kind of devices will you allow and how you support them? There are many options when it comes to smartphones and tablets today. We recommend you have a detailed list of makes and models of devices you will support. Do you allow iPhones? What type of Android phones? Windows Phone or Blackberries? Are connectivity issues supported by your IT department? And will the IT department need to configure the phone before it is allowed to access your network? The answer to these last two questions should probably be yes, by the way. As intrusive as this sounds, do you really want your employees with little or no IT experience accessing your network and trying to fix things? As the director of IT here at Total HIPAA, I have a mild panic attack at the thought of some of my fellow employees trying to fix their own connectivity issues. Controlling configuration of device setup allows your IT department to take the lead on security, which is a huge deal. I guess you already figured that out. It is one of the key provisions in the HIPAA law, after all. Now we've covered a little bit about security within your network with BYO devices. Let's talk a little bit about ongoing policies that you need to consider. Some of the items are how often you're going to require password or PIN changes for the phone, how long it'll take before the device locks while sitting idle, the number of attempts you will have to log into the phone before it locks itself and requires your IT department to unlock it. Do you have an approved list of apps? Do you allow rooted for Android or jailbroken iOS phones on the network? And lastly, do you have a policy that states the company may remotely wipe the device in case it's lost, the employee is terminated or quits, and if the IT department detects a virus or breach that requires wiping the phone? There's a lot of information in a short blog, so I'll take a moment to say we cover all this information in the BYOD policies and procedures in the compliance documents at Total HIPAA Compliance. We're the responsible friend you invite to the party to keep your other friends from wrecking the house. So here's the question of the week. Before we do this, let's just say I'm not a lawyer and I didn't stay at a Holiday Inn last night. So this isn't legal advice, people. Does E&O or errors in admission insurance cover HIPAA violations? I've had this question a few times this week, and unfortunately the answer is no. Most E&O policies have specific exclusions for violations of state and or federal law. So thanks again for joining us. Again, my name is Jason, and I'm from Total HIPAA Compliance. Have a great day.